Hi everybody, I'm Lorie from Dee's. Today we are going to create this really cute little sit-around. I like to call them sit-arounds because they'll just sit anywhere that you need them, whether it be a mantle or a table in a little nook. So they're kind of like a mini arrangement, but we are going to create this one today. And you're going to have your choice. This can either be one with a bee, or you can switch your bee to a ladybug. And then your ladybug ribbon would go there where your bee ribbon is. So this is going to be really quick and easy. So as always, with all of our kits, everything that you will need is going to be enclosed except for your glue and your scissors or wire cutters. So in this kit, you're going to receive this beautiful stem that has these pretty little daisies and some greenery. And you know how I love stems that have all the different little textures. So this is a really pretty little stem for this project. We're going to have a stem of this fern ivy that's going to help us fill in after we've made our florals in it. And then we've got this cute little stem, and this is just a little wildflower spray, and it's just a pretty little stem too, and I love the greenery on it. Of course, you're going to get your little bee or your ladybug, your ribbons, your base, your foam, your moss, a couple of green pins, and your wire that you can attach your bee and ladybug into your arrangement with. So let's get started. So on this project, my little foam piece is already cut for me. So we're just going to dip this in some hot glue, or if you prefer, you can use your glue gun. These glue pots are amazing to use. We just get electric skillets, and we try not to leave them on too long all the time because we tend to burn them up pretty quick because we're constantly making things. But they work really nice because you have so much that you can just dip and stick. So these are really nice. And we do have the glue chips available on our site if you're interested in doing that. So we're going to take our moss next, and we're just going to cover this up. Just kind of fold that around on top of our little piece of foam. And then I'm just going to take my greening pin and just poke that right in there to kind of hold that secure. Now, you could just trim off some of this excess if you want, or once you stick your florals in there, nobody's going to really see that anyway. So, to start out, we're going to take our bush, just remove your tags from that. Now, you can see we've got several sections here, which is nice. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of separate this. So, I'm going to cut this long stem first. So I've got this one, and then I'm going to go in and take this next one. Alrighty, sometimes it takes a little work with these. Sometimes if you get the cuts going and then you bend it back and forth, it'll pop it right loose. So then we've got this stem, and next I'm going to take these stems. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to save my little flower for last because I'm going to put that right in my bow. And we're going to take this one here off. Okay, so we're going to start out with our tall stem. And I'm going to use this as the top of mine. If you would prefer yours to go out a little more this way, horizontally, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to go up quite as tall, but we're just going to poke that right in the foam. Just put that right in there. And what's so nice about this stem is they're wired. So you can bend and shape these, and they just perk right up, and they're so pretty. Next, I'm going to take this stem that has this little bit of, they're like grapevine sticks kind of bundled up together with some moss on them. It's just a nice little addition and texture in there. And again, you can just bend your stems and kind of shape them however you want. But I'm going to go in this side over here. And you can bend, shape these up. If you want your greenery to trail out, you can. Next, I'm going to take this piece I'm going to put this, we're going to go over here a little bit, back there, fill in some. Again, you can bend your greenery, shape it. You can let it flow outward. And then I'm going to take my last few little pieces and I'm going to put that there. Put some leaves in here. Put another leaf up in here. So let's take our next stem. And with this stem, again, I always like to just cut them apart and maximize my use out of that stem. So again, I like to look for good places to cut. So this is a nice spot right here. We can just trim that right there. So now you have this pick. And then I'm going to go back in and I'm going to trim this one right there. So we've got 2 picks here that we can use. So I like this little mix of the yellow and the orange there. And I'm just going to put that right in front of our arrangement. Kind of fluff that up, shape our flowers a little bit. And I'm going to come over with this and take this over to the other side. Okay, so we have some pretty flowers all in there. And then this piece here, this is the last piece, and I got this to add in to fill in where the blank space is. So again, I'm just going to take this apart in sections, some of it, and then some of it, believe it or not, I'm just going to rip it right off that stem. So now I've got some loose greenery pieces. So this one, I'm going to, I like that little variegated look. I'm going to put that right in the front. And I'm going to take these big leaf and I'm going to use it towards the back to help fill in the back part of our arrangement. As you can see, so you don't have to see all that moss back there. So we're going to add, and take a few of these fern pieces. And you can trim these stems off if you need them to be a little bit shorter. And we're just going to poke those right in to try to camouflage back there. We're going to add this ivy. Again, I'm just sticking it in back there to kind of fill in some space. And then we'll come around to the front. And we're going to add some more greenery in here. Okay, so you have all your florals. Ooh, one more little fern right here. I want to make sure we use all that up. Okay, so you have all your little florals in there. Next, you're going to, whether you get the ladybug or you get the bee, you'll get the coordinating ribbon. So we're going to go ahead and just do the bee again. So you're going to have your ribbon that you need. And again, you're just going to create your bow. Pinch and gather. Flip, pinch and gather. And then we have this cute bumblebee. And I'm just going to lay that right in there. You know what? Now, I know this is a weird thing, but I want my bumblebees to go the right direction. So I'm just going to put that upside down in there. And you'll have a piece of wire in there to tie off your bow. And we're just going to tie this right off. And then, of course, you always want to make sure that you trim your tails pretty. Make those cute little bee cuts, or you can make angle cuts. And all you're doing is folding your wire edges together and cutting that triangle out. So you all might be hearing some chatter in the background. We use radios here to communicate with each other. So, I apologize for some of that. I forgot to turn the radio down. So you can hear, we have a lot going on in here. So we're going to take our bow and just put our bow right into our arrangement. You've got your cute little bow. And then that flower that I cut off before, I'm going to go back and poke that right in where my bow was. Sometimes I like to have a large flower just kind of up front, showing up in that bow center. So I'm just going to pop that right in there, and you can fluff that up and go back and kind of straighten up your flowers. And then the last part, we're going to take our bee or your ladybug, either one that you would like, and we are going to remove his little tag. Now, he does come with a little clip on him, and you could always just go in and clip him. But just to make him a little more whimsy, I took the clip out of my bee. I just pulled it out with my wire cutters. And then I took this wire that's included in your kit, and I just wrapped it around my fingers like so. And then you can kind of pull it, and it looks like a bee buzzing around. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the end of my wire and put that right inside that bee. And then we're going to go back, and we are going to just put this right down into our little arrangement, and he gets to smell the flowers. And how cute is that? So it's simple, easy. Everything you need is included in the kit. When you go to our site, it'll be available at shopdeeslouisville.com. There'll be a drop down. You can choose the ladybug or you can choose the bee. Thanks for tuning in. See you again soon.